Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Music podcast with your host, Adam Roach.
Friday night they've got the Alice Cooper show.
Oh, right. There's an Alice Cooper.
Friday night's Alice Cooper and the Angels show as well. And then Saturday, you guys and the David Bowie show.
Yeah.
And I think, what's the other, they've got another two bands too, isn't it, before you guys?
Before us, yeah. It's Jet Rose and Cherry Octane.
Hello.
G'day. How are you, Adam?
Good, how are you?
Nice to meet you. I see you've got some cool guitars there, mate. Wow.
Yeah, yes, you there?
What's that? That Bumblebee?
It's actually, it's a custom made from a guy in America named Neil Daly.
Oh, right.
So it's basically the Kramer body.
Yeah. That's unreal.
He made it to my specs, so, with the other
the slanted pickup. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like my main guitar. It's really nice.
Wow, and you got another Van Halen one in the back there. What's that? Is that
that's an old Ibanez. We just striped up with tape.
Oh, yeah, cool.
$300 guitar.
Yeah, well, that's all I'm doing with X-Halen. I've just got some black electrical tape on a Charvel and just yeah. Like I've had Van Halen guitars. I've had a Music Man Axis years ago, and I've had a Kramer 1984 that I had painted up. But these days it's just a Charvel and it's just electrical tape. Yeah, and it's great because like when I'm done with X-Halen and doing other musical stuff, it's like I'll take off the tape and I've nailed it now. So it only takes 5 minutes to do.
That's really cool. So you got like the exactly where it goes, or you just do whatever you want?
No. I know the pattern. So yeah, I'll just pull up an image off Google Images and just quickly refer to it. But yeah, it takes about 5 minutes. It's great. You can't tell unless you're holding it, looking at it. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've got my wall over here, which is
what you got? What's that one? That guitar.
That's actually it's a lamp.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's
guy made it for me. Dane Lawless, his name is, from Melbourne.
Right. Oh, wow. Big Van Halen fan, are you?
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, he's my main influence growing up. Oh, sorry, put this back down there. Like growing up, was always Van Halen. My brother's into Kiss. I was in Van Halen and just
awesome. Yeah, I was kissing Van Halen too.
Oh yeah.
Growing up, very much so. Yeah, love Van Halen though. Like the good thing about X-Halen is everyone in the band is really a big Van Halen fan. So we just love doing it because we just love Van Halen.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you remember what first made you get into Van Halen? Like what song or?
Yeah. Well, I was in year 10, I think, and I was at a party and someone was playing Van Halen 1 and 2 on the tape deck, an old tape. And I'm like, what the hell's this? I heard Eruption come on. I'm like, oh, what is that? And I said, I've got to borrow this tape off you. So I took the tape home. And so Van Halen 1 was on side 1 and Van Halen 2 was on side 2. And yeah, it was kind of from there. I was just blown away. Yeah. I've pretty much loved everything since then that they've done. All the Sammy stuff. I love it, Yeah.
Yeah. And have you seen the latest ones, like the Roth one at M3 and the Sony in Vegas?
No, not the most recent stuff. No, like I don't know. I've just kind of, I don't know. Since Eddie passed, it's kind of like, oh well, that's it. They can go off and do whatever they need to do. And I've seen what Sammy's been doing with Joe Satriani. I think Mikey's in there too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and that's pretty cool. It's good that they're playing the old Van Halen stuff and bringing it back.
And he's got the Aussie in there, Ray Thistlethwaite.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's pretty damn cool. But yeah, I don't follow it so much. It was all about Van Halen for me.
Yep.
And what Ed was doing.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I work a lot with have you heard of Steve Rosen?
Yeah, I have actually.
Yeah,
he's kind of involved, isn't he, from years ago?
Yeah. He worked for like the guitar magazines like Guitar World, Guitar Player.
Oh, right. Yep.
Yeah, so he released a book, it's called Tone Chaser. It's about his 26-year journey with Eddie Van Halen. So it basically starts from like, I think 1978 is the first interview he ever did with Eddie. And then from there, like he just interviewed him nearly every year, and he, hang out with him. Got to, like Eddie would call him up, come over. You're playing some of the tracks from Van Halen 1 or 2, things like that, and they'll jam together, write songs together.
So some of those classic old interviews, he was the interviewer, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Guitar World, did you say, or guitar player? Which?
Yeah, so he worked for Guitar World, Guitar Player, a Japanese guitar magazine,
Oh, right.
guitar.
Yeah, I've probably read heaps of his interviews with
Oh
him.
yeah, would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he released the book Tone Chaser a few years ago now, and since then I've helped him do the audio book for the book as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
so basically the audio book's him narrating it, and then when it goes to the interviews of him and Eddie, I inserted the actual interviews of him and Eddie talking.
Wow. So
Yeah.
that's is that out yet, the audio book?
Yeah, it's out on it's an app called Soundwise.
I've got heaps of Van Halen books, but that's one I haven't picked up yet.
Oh, really?
I thought the best one I ever read was the Noel Monk one. Did you read that?
Yep. Yeah, I got that over there.
Yeah, unreal book. Oh, wow. Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah, yeah, but no, this one, especially a Van Halen fan, you'll love it.
Yeah, cool.
Especially the audio book. Yeah,
How many times have you seen Van Halen?
only twice. I saw him with Gary Sharon in
Yep.
'98,
Yep.
in the Stone Festival 2013.
Yeah, me too. Same with me. The
Oh,
two,
really?
yeah, Rod Laver Arena '98, and then the Stone Festival.
Yeah,
That was so cool. It was just great to see them with Roth.
yeah. That was good. Yeah, my daughter and I pretty much got right up the front. Yeah,
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was pretty close too. I got there so early, like, oh, it would have been, I don't know, 2, 3 in the afternoon. And I remember, can't remember the band name, but Sebastian Bach was playing in them.
oh, Kings of Chaos.
Kings of Chaos, that's right. Yeah. So they were on when I came in, and I said to my friends, I'm just going straight up the front. I'm not mucking around here. I'm not here to muck around. Gone up the front, and they've gone, oh, we'll be back. We'll just go to the toilet and, do you want to come get a drink? I'm like, no, I'm staying here. So, and lucky I did, because they never made it back. 'Cause
Oh,
once,
really?
once I think the Jimmy Barnes band started, like it just started getting really dense up the front. And then by the time Aerosmith were on, you couldn't move, and they never made it back. And I'm like, 7 hours I'm standing there
Yeah.
the whole time. But it was worth every minute, just to see Van Halen that close.
Oh, yeah.
And how good were Aerosmith? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good gig, actually. A lot of the bands.
Well, it's a bit weird they didn't sort of tour with it, like take it around the country, or at least come to Melbourne.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but yeah, well worth it, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how the promoters went. So, I mean, it wasn't packed. It wasn't like a full house or anything.
No, not from memory, but that was great. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah, same with me. I haven't seen them other than those 2 times. Oh, I did see in '98. Did you go to they did a
Meet and greet?
signing at the
Yeah.
Hard Rock Cafe? Did you go to that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got that on video, actually.
Oh, have you? Cool.
Yeah.
I never made it to that. Like I made it. I went there, but I'd bought my CD from JB Hi-Fi or somewhere like that. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that you had to have bought it from Sanity, I think.
Yeah.
So I've got there and I'm queuing up to go in, and then they've told me, no, where's your receipt? Where'd you get it? I said, I bought it at JB, so I can't really, what am I going to do? They've gone, sorry, you can't come in. So, tail between my legs, I'm walking down Burke Street, and there's a little laneway behind the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yep.
And I just stopped there. A car's pulled up, out jumps Eddie and Valerie
Oh, wow.
and Wolfgang. And
Yeah.
then another car pulls up, Mikey and Gary get out. And I'm like, oh, I can't believe this, and got to shake Eddie's hand and
Oh, wow.
tell him how awesome he was. Yeah, that was cool. Well, I just remember going from, complete devastation that I couldn't go into, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never realized that you actually needed that receipt.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
right. Yeah, so I was pretty disappointed because I didn't even realize. I just heard that they were doing a signing. I didn't know it was tied into the sale of the album.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got it here somewhere. I got them all signed, the members on each one.
Yep.
Cards inside the disc.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, I do too, I think. Yeah, I do. And I got the T-shirt from that tour.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I've actually got a bit of a collector of the t-shirts. I got I think about 25 different Van Halen t-shirts,
Yeah, I should have worn one. I got heaps too.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'll show you something really cool. Give me
Yeah,
just
yeah.
a sec. It's up on the wall here. Oh no, I've cracked it too. I'm gonna have to get another one. That's Van Halen 2, signed by Eddie.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah, a mate of mine went to NAM 2017, I
Hmm.
think, and he's called me up from there and said, "Oh, you're not going to believe this, but I've lined up an interview at 5150 with Eddie." I'm
Jeez.
like, "What?" And he's gone, "Yeah, and what's your favorite Van Halen album?" I said, "Oh, Van Halen 2."
Yeah.
So he's gone and bought me the Japanese Van Halen 2.
That wasn't Jason, was it?
Yeah, Jason
Yeah,
McNamara.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know
It
Jason.
was. Yeah.
Wow.
And next thing, I've got that in the post. He didn't tell me he got that signed or anything. And it's like, I couldn't believe it. So
Oh,
yeah, so stoked with that. It's one of my favorite things I own, actually.
well, that's unreal.
So I didn't get to meet him and have him sign it, but Jace did it for me, which was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I saw his video. It's amazing. Like, when he got to, yeah,
Yeah, I know. Jace can talk his way into anything, though.
yeah,
He was working at a music shop
yeah.
in Tokyo, and he was interviewing a lot of artists, I remember back in the day.
So this is the book. This is the actual first edition. So he's on his third edition at the moment. So Tone Chaser, Stephen Rosen.
Yeah, cool. Oh, wow. Is it just a collection of his interviews that he did with Ed, like
Yeah,
unedited?
well, it's a bit of the collection, but he talks about other times when he met up as well. Like there's things where he didn't have the tape rolling because he was going to do a bio, a book about Eddie. That's what this originally was, and so talking to Eddie about it and everything, but then it never happened. So then finally he released this book, which is all about what happened and everything
Yeah.
else.
What do you reckon's the hardest Van Halen thing to play?
For me, I mean, it definitely have to be probably the intro to Main Street.
Yeah, me too. It's just, I've, yeah, I've been playing it for years, about 20 years live with
Yeah,
different bands and stuff, and I've never really nailed it. It's always been my version of it kind of
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
you know. But just recently, I was just playing around with different muting, and I thought, oh, that sounds a lot better. So now I'm actually muting every single string except for the high E, the B, and the low E
Yeah.
with a finger up here, and then doing the tapping sort of thing there. And I
Okay.
found that sounds a lot better. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, who the hell does that? And it's just such a unique technique that
Oh yeah.
where else is it? It's nowhere else to be heard
Uh,
except the intro to Main Street.
yeah. No,
Yeah, but no one does it like Ed though. Like
no, no.
I've heard a lot of guys do it really good, but yeah, it never sounds exactly like the album or like he does it live.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, that's amazing. I think I liked the first part of it, and that was it. Gave up.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
reckon that's the hardest part because the harmonic tapping bit's not that hard. It's that slap thing that he does,
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's weird.
yeah. There's another guy I've been dealing with as well. Andrew Bennett, his name is, and he was at 5150 from 2006 to 2007. He was hired by Eddie to do like videos and just document like when Wolfgang first joined the band. So he's released all these videos of his time at 5150.
I think I've seen him. It's just real candid stuff of Ed and Wolfgang
Yeah,
learning
yeah,
songs, and yeah,
yep,
I've seen some of that. Yeah, that's really cool.
yeah. No, it's amazing. So I've had him on the podcast a few times, and he sent me over all the videos and some of the footage, like the close-ups he gets of Eddie. And he's down on the floor and seen him doing his stuff. Like, wow, it's incredible.
Yeah, that's unreal. So is there it's been really the last couple of years have been pretty awesome. Like so much leaked footage.
I know.
It's been unreal. Well, I mean, I'm still crossing my fingers for some, 1981 Fair Warning Tour
Yeah.
pro shot stuff. That'd be so good.
Where was
Or
it?
even,
I heard there was going to be something out. Oh, where did I see it? Might have been on the Dave and Dave Unchained podcast, the Van Halen one. They were talking about there's something that might have been linked, and there's more coming from 1981. I
wow.
don't know when
Okay.
or where, but yeah, I have to look out for it.
That'd be cool. It'd be good to see that Oakland show, like the whole thing, rather than just the three songs we've all seen.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that'd be unreal.
Yeah,
Or even like, God, yeah, it's just really exciting that it's finally stuff surfacing that we've kind of dreamed of. And
yeah,
you know,
that's
yeah,
right.
I think the first thing was Monsters of Rock, wasn't it? 84.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole show. That was wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the video stuff blew me away. I didn't think I'd ever see that sort of footage, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's like Tokyo 78,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, Osaka 78.
That's right.
Wow.
So talking about Van Halen, so you guys, so this is actually I've had this podcast going for the last 8 years,
Oh, wow.
and I used to be called Become a Guitarist Today, up until like, let's say 4 weeks ago. And so the name of the podcast now is called the Land of Music Podcast.
Right.
So Musicland actually sponsoring the podcast as well, and promoting it.
Oh,
As well.
Musicland in Faulkner.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So we're playing on next Saturday.
Yeah, cool. Are you coming?
Yeah, definitely. I'll be
Oh,
there.
cool. I'll meet you there. We'll have a drink.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so this is my first podcast of doing the interviews about Musicland and like some of the bands that are coming up. So I'll be doing a lot more of these in months to come.
Yeah, Musicland's a great venue. X-Halen played there back in 2007 or something like that, a couple of times, and we hadn't been back until March. I think we played there this year.
Yeah.
It's just really eye-opening to see how well they've upgraded things there and made the venue that cool as it is. You know,
Yeah.
awesome, absolutely
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm actually playing there pretty much once a week at the moment with acoustic with my daughter.
Oh, right.
So we alternate. We do like one Friday night and then we do a Sunday night. So this week, for example, we're playing there on Sunday before who's playing there? Oh, the Rolling Stones tribute band, Brown Sugar.
Yeah, right. How many nights do they have bands? Is it all through the week?
So they do Wednesday nights. They're like a Wednesday live, they call it. So it's basically, they get bands up. Doesn't matter, original bands, whatever. Anyone wants to jump up, really.
Yeah.
And then they do like a bit of a segment about that as well. And then Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Yeah, I think they do some Thursdays if like something special's coming up.
And Saturdays are their big nights. I'm guessing that they.
Yeah, I mean this week, for example, I know like Friday night they've got the Alice Cooper show.
Oh, right. There's an
Yeah,
Alice Cooper
Friday night's
band.
Alice Cooper and the Angels show as well. And then Saturday, you guys and the David Bowie show.
Yeah.
And I think what's the other? They've got another two bands too. Is it before you guys?
Before us. Yeah, it's Jet Rose and Cherry Octane.
That's right. Yeah.
And they're original bands, so they do their own thing.
Yeah.
And I think we come on at about 10:30.
Oh,
And we're going to do a pretty big set this time. Last time we played there, we probably only did about 45 minutes. We had to cut things down a bit because there were 6 bands on.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, this time round, we're headlining. We're just going to, drum solo, bass solo, guitar solo, the whole Van Halen thing, Yeah. It's going to be interesting actually because the bass solos we've never done before. We've never had a bass solo
Oh, really?
in a set. Yeah, we've always wanted to.
Yeah.
This time it's like, what are we missing? There's something we're missing, Let's do
Yeah.
this bass solo finally. So I don't know what it's going to be like. Casey, our bass player, is going to come up with something. He's a big Van Halen fan, so it'll be good. It'll be true to form and all that. I mean, what was a Van Halen bass solo? It was kind of like Mikey having a drink of Jack Daniels.
I know.
And then just pounding away on his bass, literally punching it. So yeah, I'm hoping Casey comes up with something like that. That'd be cool. And delay and flanger on the sound and
Yeah.
good. So
But are you doing like one of the big solos that Eddie does?
the last gig I just did Eruption, as it was on the album.
Okay.
I didn't really expand on it this time around. I might throw in a bit more, pad it out a bit, with a bit more of the stuff he did live. Probably
Yep.
won't go the full. I don't know. He did like a 10-minute thing, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably won't go that long. Maybe 5 minutes. I don't know if you know, but X-Halen was originally called Inhalen.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So they started without me with another guitarist in 2003.
Okay.
Yeah. And I used to go and see them. They were great. And
Hmm.
my band we booked them a couple of times to play gigs with them
All right.
with Inhalen. And yeah, eventually they had a falling out with that guitar player. I'm not sure what happened, but I was given a phone call, would you like to do it? And I'm like, yeah, of course I would. Yeah, being a big Van Halen fan, of course.
Yeah.
So that was 2004, end of 2004, I joined. So we've been around a while. We did a lot of touring and gigging from 2005 to 2008.
Okay.
Yeah, did a lot of stuff, and yeah, after that, I kind of went off and did my thing with my band White Widow.
Yeah, yeah. I saw that on your YouTube channel. That looked really, really cool.
Yeah, we've that was like 10 years, and then yeah, X-Halen's sort of come back every now and then. Someone will call us back and say, "Oh, would you guys want to do a show?" And
Hmm.
if it sounds good, we'll do it, kind of
Yeah,
thing. This time round, it's like, oh well, we're a bit older, and let's go out and have some fun, and celebrate Van Halen.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's really good. So, with your original band, is that still going?
White Widow, yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, we're still going. We haven't done a lot since 2020. The
Yep.
last the last show we did was actually in 2020, just before the whole lockdown thing and all that. Um, but we're just about to re-release our first three albums worldwide through a label in Germany.
Wow.
Some acoustic tracks, so we've just finished recording some acoustic versions of some of the songs that we're going to release as bonus tracks on those albums.
Yeah.
That's going on sort of as well in the background, and we'll be doing some shows locally to kind of
Okay.
launch that too as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all great songs.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really
Uh,
good.
that's kind of my style of music. That's what I really like. I love Van Halen, I love Kiss, and
Hmm.
White Widow's kind of like AOR hard rock.
Yep.
Right in that sort of pocket of 1986 to I don't know 1991 maybe. You know,
Yep. Yep.
that melodic rock thing.
Yeah. So, I was like, can I ask you about that? Because I noticed, like, listening to your original stuff, it doesn't sound like Van Halen. It's your own style. Yeah. So, what were some of your other influences then growing up?
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, the first one's always going to be Eddie,
Yeah.
but I had to tone down the Van Halen stuff a little bit for White Widow. I was doing X-Halen when we started that band, and all I could play was Van Halen because that's all I was doing every weekend.
Yeah.
But no, my influences were Van Halen. I loved Satriani, Malmsteen. I was writing to Yngwie Malmsteen back in the day when he was young and doing really cool stuff. George Lynch I liked. I always liked the guitar player in Savatage, Chris Oliva,
Okay.
and guitar players like that, sort of,
Hmm.
yeah, technical but melodic as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's great. Yeah. Like I said, I can't wait to hear those first three albums again once they're re-released.
Yes, well, it should be sometime in July. Yeah,
Okay.
sometime in July. It'll start getting announced and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we're doing any world tours or European tours for it though. Like our market's kind of in Europe.
Yeah.
It's funny, we started the band here and we ended up doing more shows overseas.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens once they come out.
Yeah. I'll definitely let me know. I'd love to, check it all out.
Yeah, we'll do. No worries,
Yeah,
man.
for sure. So after the this week, any other shows coming up for you guys?
But Exhalen,
Yep.
hmm, I've got some shows booked with some other bands. I'm actually back at Musicland on the 9th of August with Kiss Army Australia, which is like a Kiss tribute thing we started years ago. Me and some friends. We're playing with Def Replica and a Pat Benatar tribute band that night. Yeah, that's the 9th of August. Exhalen, there's stuff in the works, but nothing's actually locked in yet. But we're looking at September, October, and November/December. We're not sure yet. Haven't
Yep.
actually lined up solid dates, but yeah, they're at least once a month. We want to be doing a show, I guess, until the end of the year.
Yeah, that's good. So have you seen all the other bands, the other Van Halen tribute bands out there as well?
No, I haven't.
Have you?
I've always wanted to. Like, it's been weird. Like for 20 odd years, I've always wanted to see a Van Halen tribute band, but I've been the guy in the band, so I've never been able to see them.
Yeah,
But there are a couple of other ones out now that I haven't seen yet. Yeah, there's
yeah.
one I want to see. Mean Street, I think they're called.
Yeah, Main Street with Michael Gunther and guitar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's a monster guitar player. I remember that guy years ago when I was a kid. I'd go into Brash's in the city,
I remember
and
that too.
he was working there, and he just an amazing guitar player. Yeah,
Yeah.
mind blowing, inspirational.
Well, it's
But yeah,
funny.
I'd love to see that band.
Oh, they're really good. They're amazing. And the other one's the Simon Hosford's Fair Warning, but I think that's more of a project. I think I don't gig a lot around, I think.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's one more. Is
There
it
is
Pound
another one
Cake? I think it's Pound Cake, the Semi Hagar one.
from Sydney. I think
Is
they
it?
are. I think so.
Yeah. I haven't seen
Yeah.
it.
There was a Sydney Van Halen band years ago. Um, I knew some of the guys in it. They're in a Poison tribute band now.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But someone told me that they've started that band up again, the Van Halen
Okay.
band. So, yeah, I think it's any moment now I'll finally get to enjoy a night out with some
Yeah.
Van Halen band.
Yeah, it's it. Well, if you get a chance to check out, Malcolm Gontia's one, it's amazing.
That's the one I want to see, yeah. I'd
Yeah.
like to see that dude play again, especially the Van Halen stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's the one, he put the, what do you call it, the Vega trip on my Ibanez.
All right, cool.
It was a while ago now.
Yeah, I'll be up the front taking notes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, looking forward to the show on Saturday. Can't wait to do it all
Yeah,
again.
well, I'll be there for sure. I'll come down and say good day.
Yep, celebrate VH.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
No worries. Well, thank you. I'm glad we finally got this organised.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, man, and
Yeah,
great to
nice.
see all this Van Halen guitars and stuff. And
No worries. Thank you very much. And I'll see you on Saturday night.
yeah, catch you then. See you, Adam.
So, see you then. Bye.
Bye.